Hey everyone. When I launched this album project last fall, I promised to sort of pull back the curtains and let those of you who are on the mailing list see exactly what goes into putting an album together and all the good, the bad, and the ugly. So now occurs to me I am long overdue on sharing with you what the actual game plan is that I'm working on. So I'm going to probably break this up into probably 2 or 3 videos just to keep it a little shorter. But starting off, here's the plan. In addition to just wanting to record the album for my own purposes, a big motivator, as I've mentioned in the past, was to use myself as a guinea pig on which to test ideas that other bands could use to create a more sustainable career in the field of music. And what drove me to this is because I'm tired of seeing so many good bands out there struggling. I mean, there are bands creating really top caliber music, which is getting heard by so few people. And that's bad for the bands because it means they can't make a living at it. And it's bad for those of us who are music fans because we're missing out on a lot of good material. And it also calls into question, what will we be hearing in a few years' time if the people who are the most gifted at their craft can't make a living at it? And the common denominator I see over and over again as the big problem, or the Achilles heel, if you will, is in the area of marketing. It doesn't matter if you're in a band or if you decide to open up a restaurant or start a software development company. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good your product is if no one knows it exists. And traditionally, what I'm seeing in the independent artist world is most rely on like word of mouth to grow their fan base and or organic growth. And if I were to follow that path personally, I would probably expect to sell about 100 copies of my album when it's completed. That'd be about it, which would pay for like a day's worth of recording. So to address that, step 1 is to validate the market. We have to make sure there is actually a market for what we're doing, because if no one likes the material, no amount of advertising is going to get any albums sold. And the reality is when you go through the process of writing and recording a song, it's almost like raising a child. Like you build this really strong attachment to it through the process. And if along that journey you got friends and family telling you, "This is awesome, dude, I love it," you can really easily get to the point where you believe you've got a hit on your hands. And the unfortunate reality is our friends and family are highly unlikely to come up to us and say, "Dude, this really isn't very good." I mean, you may want to consider a different hobby, like maybe take up wood carving. Our friends aren't going to say that to us. So it's really important to test the market and get the material in front of people who are total strangers and get some honest feedback from people who have no allegiance to us whatsoever. So my plan was as follows. Step 1, record 2 songs at what I call an album quality level, like no corner cutting, like get them done right. And then put them out there and get some feedback, run some ads and see what the marketplace thinks. And I basically had the first 2 songs completed by early May. And over the last couple of months, we've been doing some test marketing, just getting feedback from total strangers. And I'm happy to report there are actually people out there that like what I'm doing. So it's very encouraging. My favorite comment so far is the fellow who said, "I've never heard of you, just listened, freaking amazing." It made me laugh. And I've had numerous people say, when the album's ready, I want to buy a copy. So I'm very comfortable saying I've validated that there is a market for this material. So then we move to steps 2 and 3. Step 2 is to determine the size of the market and how we can most effectively get out there and reach those people. And then the step 3, which is going to be done kind of parallel with step 2, is just ramp up the recording and get this all completed. So that's a quickie update as to where we're at today. In the interest of keeping this short, I'm going to cut it off here, and I'll be putting another video together in a few days and let you know more details on what we're doing on the marketing side and what we see as the market and how to go about reaching it. Lots more to come. Anyway, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care.